Welcome to the nut job convention.
I understand your reaction. They certainly aren't helping our cause.
Our cause?
Educating the public on the legitimate possibility of life on other planets.
How are you, Miss Carla?
I am well. How are you doing?
I'm wonderfully blessed as always. So are you.
Yes, it is true.
You've played a neurosurgeon, a rocket scientist, and now an astrophysicist.
Yes. And also a contingency analyst, I was told by someone, I was reminded. Yeah, I've gotten to play a lot of the smart cookies, for sure.
Which is fine, and you know, you give heart to all these smart cookie characters.
Thank you.
Same thing with how you did Dr. Alex Friedman.
Yes. With her, it was really important to me that, you know, that she wasn't the dry scientist and that she was somebody who is certainly smart and cerebral and looks at the world in a very different way than Dwayne's character, Jack. But that she also is this sort of like kid in a candy store when all of a sudden her dreams come true. And she just can't stop talking or, you know, sort of marveling at the fact that what she has been fighting for and no one has been believing all of her life is actually true. Yeah.
You're telling me you think those two kids were extraterrestrials searching for their missing spaceship?
Oh, they can also do all this stuff, too.
How did you get involved with making the film?
You know, Andy Fickman had been a fan of, I think, a few things, but Threshold, which was a television show I had done. It was a sci-fi show, dealt with aliens. And he just said, I really want to come and I would love if you'd come talk to me about this movie. And I went into his crazy, fantastic office, which is filled with memorabilia and action figures and DVDs and books and, you know, pictures on the walls, and it's this great mad scientist room that was so inspiring. And we just had a fantastic talk, and a talk about, because it was early on in the process, about what her who this character could be and how she would what she would serve in the film, and it was just a natural fit.
Were you a fan of the original film?
I was a fan, yeah, as a kid. As a kid, I loved them.
Yeah,
I know, they're really good. And I feel like we really take the spirit of those movies and have that in this, and yet sort of take it to the next level.
When I was watching it last night, that's where I'm trying to put my cap into it. Like, okay, if I'm a kid now, will I have the same feeling as I had back in the 70s? And I did.
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, it's really, also because it has a lot of heart. And I think that is so important, and, you know, without hitting you over the head with it, it's like, it's a great ride, it's a great adventure, and then you also find yourself, all of a sudden, you're like, oh my God, I'm kind of crying at the end here. Aww. So.
And it's also got magic.
Yeah, it does have magic.
Hold on! Stay down, stay down! Look out!
What is the most fun aspect you like about your character?
Let's see. Well, I kind of love that she's, you know, she pulls out this big roundhouse kick, and it's the last thing you'd expect from her because she's afraid of everything. It was actually really fun to play all the stuff of just the fact that she's afraid, you know, of heights. She's afraid of, like, you know, she has these sort of phobias that could keep her from this race to Witch Mountain, this, you know, this sort of adventure, but because she is so determined by and so inspired by actually the fact that these aliens exist, she keeps pushing on. We were wondering if there was any intel out there amongst your sources.
We have reason to believe a team of government-sponsored covert operatives recovered the spacecraft.
Okay, back up a little. This is not space camp. You know, you're very lucky, you two, that you didn't come face to face with the aliens who are in that craft. They're like deadly praying mantises.
The introduction of Dr. Harlan,
Yeah.
Gary Marshall's character, it's kind of like, you know, he's the science fiction and you're the science fact.
It's true, and, you know, it takes both. I mean, I think that, you know, originally she's not a big fan of Harlan's, but once he is so generous with them, and, you know, he does this cab switcheroo, which is very good.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it took all of us. And, you know, I like that at the end, you know, you sort of realize you needed everyone to succeed, which is the truth in life. So.
Do you believe in UFO, Miss Carla?
I do. I believe that I think it'd be pretty arrogant to think we're the only ones out there. Right. So. Exactly.
Especially if the UFOs are as cute as Seth and
Exactly,
Sarah.
right? Bring them on.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You do know how to fly this thing, right?
How do you think we got here?
Well, you crashed, remember?